President Trump is gearing up for his first 2020 re-election campaign rally in over 3 months after being on hiatus due to the coronavirus pandemic. This as supporters of President Trump began lining up outside the arena in Tulsa, Oklahoma on Monday, 5 days before Saturday's rally. Here to discuss this further is Republican strategist, pollster, and founder of Thomas Partners Strategies, John Thomas. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
So I first want to start off regarding concerns over the coronavirus. Saturday's rally is expected to draw in at least 100,000 people. The Trump campaign has said they're taking precautions, whether it's handing out masks, hand sanitizer, and conducting temperature checks. But as a Republican strategist yourself, could this rally negatively affect his campaign if we see an uptick in cases in the coming weeks?
Well, first, it would be probably difficult to pin that exact event, on any one person. But look, the liberal media are going to take any chance that they can grab to paint President Trump in a negative light. It's amazing, though, if you look at all of these riots and protests that have been going on, no one has been socially distancing. There probably has been cases of COVID-19 being transmitted, yet the media isn't blasting the protests and the riots for transmitting that. But look, regardless of what the media says, this really is President Trump's first opportunity in some time to flex his greatest strength, which is bringing supporters together to dominate a media market and drive his message nationally. And that's been part of President Trump's challenge in this COVID crisis to campaign, is that he hasn't been able to get those bodies in the room. And the other thing here is this rally is a testament to the enthusiasm of President Trump supporters, that they are willing to risk anything to go show support for their president and their country.
And on that point, when you say that, it reminds me of I actually read where one of the Trump supporters says, we feel like, and this is a direct quote, we feel like President Trump and his family have dedicated their lives to helping our country. Sacrificing a week of our lives is nothing for what the president has done for us. And apparently she's been camped out there since Monday. Switching gears now, we can expect the president will speak about a number of issues, from reopening the economies to his recent executive order on police reform. But what is the best strategy or talking points the president should touch on to boost his momentum heading into November?
Well, obviously, he has to address the elephant in the room, which is, we've got to reopen. But I think what you're going to start to see is President Trump lay this contrast on the economy between himself and Joe Biden. And it's a really simple one, which is, if you're President Trump, you can say, look, I've done it before. I've grown one of the greatest economies of all time. I can do it again. And by the way, now is no time to switch horses to an untested politician with zero business experience. I think it's a compelling argument, and one in which voters are going to reward. And I think you're going to start to see a big shift in the polls after Trump starts to drive that message.
And as a Republican strategist and pollster yourself, what are some of voters' top concerns heading into November?
Well, it's a few things. First, how are we going to reopen? Second, it's getting back to the primary job of government, which is, are our state, our federal, and our local governments going to keep us safe as the liberal mobs have been allowed to loot and destroy our communities? Voters are looking for their elected officials and candidates, and especially President Trump, to reassure them that the rule of law will prevail, that police departments will exist, that they will get funding. And of course, voters care about pocketbook issues and the uncertainty in the economy. So whether you're running for dog catcher or you're running for president, you have to speak to how you're going to regrow this economy. And I think that's where President Trump's really going to excel, because he has a track record of doing so. And something also is interesting is, in public opinion, voters actually don't hold President Trump accountable for the slump of the economy, because they understand that it was out of his control. But they do trust him to regrow the economy.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.